Good day, this is John, host of the Prepared Mind channel. I want to thank you all for watching and tuning into another edition, this week's awarding of the horse's ass, the silver sphincter. This week, the award goes to someone very special, someone that I've never had a great deal of respect for, and she totally lost it. It would be Megyn Kelly of Fox News, also host of The Kelly Files. She has been putting on quite a good show. She's been being quite a horse's ass lately, but in special reference to the election and then Donald Trump, how she's dealt with him. What I'd like to point out is that Megyn Kelly is a lawyer of some sort, and she's been a host on Fox News for quite some time. But rather than being satisfied with being a host, a news presenter, news commentator, opinion editorial provider, Megyn Kelly has gotten into the fray so much that she has become part of the news. The news, through Megyn Kelly, has manufactured news about herself. So the horse's ass, the silver sphincter, goes to you, Megyn Kelly, because she cannot stand to have Donald Trump acting like a man. What this nation has needed is somebody to stand up and say the shit that we want said on a national level, and to go after the status quo, quid pro quo politicians, and the cesspool and swamp and toilet of Washington, D.C., and Trump has done that. Now, what I like to say is, personally, I want to see a president of the United States who is morally straight, of the utmost fiber, the greatest man possible to be in that job. That's what I want to see, and that's what I think the president should be. But Megyn Kelly had to throw a fit over the grab him by the pussy comment. I didn't particularly like that. I think that the president should be above that sort of thing, but this is the real world also. So I'm not going to make excuses for Trump, and I certainly won't for Megyn Kelly. I'm going to give her full-on hypocrisy of the ass. She talks out of the mouth, but she really talks out of the ass. And the greatest example of this, the best example of this, is her interview with Newt Gingrich. And I'm not a huge Newt Gingrich fan because of some of the things he's said over the past 20 years. But we all can't be held against that standard of perfection. And then when you fall below that standard of perfection, you're shit on, you're thrown under the bus. You're took for a drag down a rocky, bumpy country road at the end of a long rope. That is not the way to do it. But I'm no fan of Newt Gingrich. But Megyn Kelly has gone above and beyond the pale in earning her horse's ass, silver sphincter, because she is a hypocrite. She tried calling Donald a sexual predator. Okay, it's not like she's John, the Prepared Mind, with just a few thousand subscribers and viewers. She's got hundreds of thousands, if not millions of viewers when she does her show. So when she makes an allegation, it tends to have the weight of veracity, of truth. So, Megyn Kelly, you get the Hypocrite's Award, the horse's ass. And Newt, who I said I don't particularly care for, was marvelous, was very well spoken, was righteously indignant in showing his anger towards Megyn Kelly by telling her, what about Hillary, what about Obama? And he pointed out that Bill Clinton is a sexual predator who was in the White House, not just in the East Wing, but in the West Wing. And I'm sure if Hillary had gotten into the White House, Bill wouldn't have any trouble finding his way to the West Wing, to the Oval Office, and hanging out there and affecting policy. and getting on the news and doing what he could as the first bitch. But when Newt brought that up and Kelly refused to say anything bad about Bill Clinton or Hillary Clinton in this segment, in this interview, and I've got to put the link in here so you can find it for certain. When she refused to do that, she showed herself. She demonstrated what a horse's ass she is, and she looked like a fucking horse's ass. A girlfriend of mine said Megyn Kelly proved herself to have wasted her intelligence and her beauty by taking such a position. And I don't want to leave out the fact that Megyn Kelly relies on her good looks. And I'm going to blame all of Fox News and all of any news station that puts beautiful women on to announce the news. And I'm not saying they aren't brilliant, because they can be brilliant. But they use that. They use their position as women and as beautiful women to buy credibility in men's minds. Oh, it's a dastardly trick because it's been around forever. And I'm honest about it. And the women I talk to are honest about it. That it is very much a trick used by beautiful and intelligent women to get more mileage because of their looks. But Megyn Kelly discredited herself, the message, and the actual practice of putting pretty women in front of the camera and fucking with men. Newt Gingrich, you get the special Mgtow, what are we going to call this? Special recognition, right? Because you were man enough to point it out and point out what a hypocrite she was. And not let her bully you around with her bullshit tactics, because that is what Megyn Kelly does. She uses her looks as well as her intelligence to bully people on her show. And most hosts do. They do. But he refused to accept it. She became flustered in the interview at the end. She was pissed, and then she took the shaming path. Yes, indeed, the shaming path. She told Newt Gingrich at the end of the show that he needs to get help. That he needs to seek help for his anger issues. Can you fucking believe that? What a horse's ass Megyn Kelly is. The silver sphincter, baby, goes to you. You earned it, you earned it, you earned it. And if you want to get a look at how Megyn Kelly uses her beauty and her body, shamelessly, check out her appearance on the Howard Stern show. I'm not shaming her for being beautiful. I'm saying don't be a hypocrite, Megyn Kelly. Do not be a horse's ass about everything. Don't ask for special privilege through your behavior and then get mad when someone like Newt Gingrich intellectually calls you to the carpet. She couldn't be honest enough with herself, with her audience. Period. That was it. She couldn't do it. Megyn Kelly, you have earned this. I wish I could send you this trophy, but it is indeed, as far as I know, one of a kind. One of a kind. But I wish you could put this on your desk while you did the news. And if you want, Megyn, you can send me an email or contact me by phone. I'm sure you can find me if you really wanted to. And I will send this to you, and you can put it on the Kelly file. And you can show everyone what a horse's ass you are and accept this honorary trophy for your performance with Newt Gingrich, and indeed your performance all the way through the election cycle. You had it in for Donald Trump from the beginning, and anything that came up having to do with his manhood, you had to go after. Megyn Kelly is what I call a conservative feminist. That is, she wants all the money she makes, but she wants to pretend like she's a conservative when she's not. When the games she plays are destructive to other people. Megyn Kelly, what do we do with you, huh? I tell you what, as you do shit like this, I'll continue to watch your show, but for the most part, I don't want your opinion because you're a horse's ass. And you and people with attitudes like you and opinions like you are a dime a dozen. I can find you on any channel. And if I want to see a pretty face, I can go to a strip bar. But that is it. Right there, Megyn Kelly, winner of the coveted silver sphincter on the end of the horse's ass. This is John, host of the Prepared Mind channel, wishing you a great day, a good week, a happy Thanksgiving, and Semper Fi.